Hello, my friend. Carolyn Cooper here with another all-natural energy shot. And today I'm going to invite you to do something that is really fun, and it also will infuse a shot of energy into your relationships, whether that's work or romantic or with your family. So first of all, I have 3 thoughts that I want to tell you about. I've noticed whenever I'm around other couples, if they've been together a long time or been married for a long time, one thing I can always tell if they get along good, or at least it seems like from the outside, it feels right to me, is that they laugh at each other's jokes. Like one of them says something and the other one sincerely giggles, like they really think it's funny and they can crack each other up. And I've always thought that's really cool after being married for a lot of years when I see couples that still do that. It's adorable. So I have this theory that they must be getting along well if they're still laughing at each other's jokes, because you can tell if it's fake or if it's sincere. All right, so there's one thing. We're just gonna set that aside. Another story or another thought that I had was years ago, I used to work with a guy actually in Cub Scouts. It was when my boys were little Cub Scouts and I got to be a den mom, and he worked in Cub Scouts as well with his son. And he was so funny. I was cracking up all the time around him. I loved it when he came to the meetings. He was really witty, and sometimes it just seemed like it came out of nowhere, but he'd always make me laugh and everybody else laugh. It was just, he had a really clever wit about him. And one day I said to him, "You are so funny. Is Lori just cracking up all the time?" Lori was his wife. I said, "I bet you just keep her in stitches all the time." And he kind of paused and said, "Not so much. She doesn't think I'm that funny." And he goes, "Yeah, she's kind of a hard woman to please." And I felt a little sadness in his voice and felt sad for that. And I've lost touch with them now, but I know within a few years after that, they did get divorced. And so there's my second thought. Here's my third thought. These all kind of have the same theme. I was at lunch recently with a dear friend of mine, and I adore this woman. She's smart and she's funny, and she was saying, "Sometimes I really crack myself up, but I must not be as funny as I think I am, or maybe as I've gotten older, I'm not as funny as I used to be." She said, "Because my husband really never laughs at my jokes, or my family just doesn't think I'm that funny." And I took note of that because I've probably said the same thing before, and maybe you have too. Sometimes I feel like I think I'm really funny. Like sometimes I'll say something that makes me giggle, and I don't know if my family's just used to me, or they weren't listening, or it just doesn't seem very funny to them. So again, then I have to ask myself, oh, maybe I'm not that funny, and I thought I was. And I'm sure probably many of us have been there before. So with all these thoughts in mind, what I want to invite you to do is pay attention to the comedy that's in your home or in your workplace. Pay attention to people who have a natural funny bone, who are funny, but sometimes you've just been around them so long, you've kind of gotten used to them, and you give them a courtesy smile or a little ha-ha. It would lighten your life if you actually got more into that, paid more attention to it, and realized, yeah, that was really funny. That was a good thing for that person to say. And when you laugh at them, not only does that inspire them, but it lifts your life too, because we all know all the amazing health benefits that laughter has in and of itself. But when you are laughing at something else, and I don't mean like being sarcastic or making fun of other people, I don't mean laughing at things that could be cruel or hurtful or any way of hurting feelings. I don't mean that at all. I just mean natural, good, wholesome laughter. I think a lot of times we get so used to the people, especially in our own family, that we forget to laugh when they're funny. I hope this is making sense to you. I've started doing this the last couple of weeks, I've been really paying attention to this, and I thought, you know, my husband is pretty funny, and sometimes he thinks he's really funny, like I do, like we all do, I think. And I thought I should value that more. You know, that's a really cool thing in my life, to have a husband who has a good sense of humor. And so I started really paying attention to that and trying to value it more, and trying to really laugh when he says something that's funny. Not fake laugh, like just really be in the moment and be present and enjoy it. And I can tell it does such good for his confidence. He's more relaxed. He's more, not that he was uptight, but I can tell a difference in the feeling between us, because it's a way of saying, hey, I like you. I like that you said that. That was funny. I appreciate your sense of humor, without even saying it. All you're doing is laughing. So there's my invitation for you today. It's a very, very simple thing. And if you're thinking, yeah, I think I do that pretty well anyway, that is awesome. And I would just invite you to notice that. This, maybe just take this week and beyond, but just start with the first couple days of this week and notice how you respond to other people's funniness or silliness. Has it become just routine to you, and you feel like you're not appreciating it as much as you used to, or as much as you could? And just try being more present in the moment and have more fun and lightness. And I promise you it will help you feel better, and it will really improve how they feel about themselves also. All right, that's it for today. Mwah, shine on.